Hello to everyone. Introduce the program. This is the first Nick Virgilio Haiku Association poetry reading open mic of the new year, 2021. I am the new program director. I took over for Warren Longmire, so I'm a new face. Warren was very generous in his handing this off to me. Warren, I owe a lot to Warren. He's a fantastic poet. Gonna have him read for Moonstone and my journal Serotonin next month. I'll let you guys know about that. But tonight we've got Sandra Turner-Barnes and Lenard Moore as our featured haiku poets tonight. They're gonna read a few other different kinds of poems, but they're gonna read a lot of haiku as well. And they're two legendary poets, living legends we've got with us. Lenard has a lot of accreditations. He's the leader of a lot of organizations. Sandra is a fantastic community activist, very well known in local area. She's got her hands in a lot of stuff, so it's very exciting tonight. I'm going to read a truncated abridged version of Sandra's bio, and then she'll go ahead and read some poems. And then I'm going to introduce Lenard. He's going to read some poems, and then we're going to have the open mic. I have the list here from the registration sheet. If you do want to sign up for it and you haven't registered yet, just shoot me a message and I'll put you on the list. Okay, so we've got Sandra Turner-Barnes. Sandra Turner-Barnes is a proud native of historical Lawnside, New Jersey, as well as Camden. Sandra's African ancestry in southern New Jersey dates back to 1787. Sandra holds a degree in business administration from Pierce College of Philadelphia, and she is the former executive director of the Camden County Cultural and Heritage Commission and former board president for Camden City Charter School, City Invincible. Sandra is also a founding board member of the New Jersey State Black Cultural and Heritage Initiative and currently serves as board member of the Camden County Historical Society, the Benson Multicultural Museum, and IDEA, the Institute for the Development of Education in the Arts. Ms. Sandra Turner-Barnes has also served on the adjunct faculty for Camden County College and Rutgers University's Roberto Clemente Humanities course in Camden. Sandra, is that good enough? Or are you ready to read some poems?
That's perfect. That's just fine. Fantastic. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone. I love being challenged with the haiku because it's I don't get to go there very often. So, long lines and faces, chaos throughout our world. Damn, COVID-19. Long lines and faces, chaos throughout our world. Damn, COVID-19. Whatever it is, it happens when it happens. It out of control. Whatever it is, it happens when it happens. It out of control. Seasons of sorrow, no future, no tomorrow. Celebrate life still. Seasons of sorrow, no future, no tomorrow. Celebrate life still. Hope lives inside hearts, filled with warm memories, despite loneliness. Hope lives inside hearts, filled with warm memories, despite loneliness. I'm going to do one more and then do a poem. Okay. Imagination. wild, weary, wishes wanting, return of love lost, imagination, wild, weary, wishes wanting, return of lost love. You know, for Leonard, he said he goes by jazz. So I had a few jazz haikus too. My favorite things: a warm hug and soft kisses, raindrops on roses. Now I'd like to read a poem, keeping track of the time. I think we're good, right? This is the time of year to honor my beautiful sisters of the soul. And I'd like to start out with a poem for Nina Simone. Never met her, but have loved her. And this poem can be found in But Mostly Love. It's entitled High Priestess. Definitive diva, Eunice, 6th of 7 North Carolina Waymans. Juilliard, then AC, on her sweet way to Nina, no sugar in her bowl. Sultry songstress, voice galvanized velvet, unspoiled by prejudice, expressing love, joy, regret. Brown fingers grasping black, white keys, reached down and got my soul. Gracious griot, outraged orator, courageous composer, wearing our despair has blackened your blues the color of true love's hair. Compassionate queen, when the 4 died, black tears drenched white streets, Birmingham's evil bigotry eloquently exposed by anger songs. Mystical madam, like Langston's Black Lash Blues and Brown Baby images, new blood songs dripped from her pen onto fingers, into ears. Why, the king of love is dead. Elegant enigma, despised vile injustice, sought racial refuge abroad, bequeathed dignity that endures while dispatching ashes to Africa. Put a spell on me too. That's High Priestess for Nina Simone. A Philadelphia legend that was made a legend by John Coltrane. Coltrane's cousin Mary. And this is entitled Loving Cousin Mary. Cousin Mary Alexander is a well-known and admired Philadelphia treasure. Like the Liberty Bell, South Street, or Philly cheesesteak, such a beautiful, divine, and special lady. And those of us who also know her inner beauty love her like fried chicken, jazz, and the air we breathe. The legend esteemed her first. The world-renowned jazz legend John Coltrane loved his cousin Mary and musically made her our cousin Mary, and a precious legend too. And today we still celebrate our treasured Queen Mary on the occasion of her glorious birthdays and her recent passing. For in her glowing presence was peace and love, a bold faith and courage that relies on God's promises. Although she would have loved to speak her own truth, for now we must hear her truth in her song and feel it when thinking of her touch. See, it was in her eyes and in her radiant smile, for Cousin Mary's love shined warm and bright. Yes, Cousin Mary Alexander is a well-known and admired Philadelphia treasure, a living legend that we honored then and today still. We thank God for Cousin Mary, for it is a joy to remember her, to remember looking upon her face or kissing her cheek, because we love her like fried chicken, jazz, and the air we breathe. So, thank you. So we're gonna switch now and switch
Are you
back.
finished?
Well, what I was thinking is that we would switch back, but no, because I can finish.
I think Lenard has a set. So
Okay.
if you want to finish your poems, you're fantastic. You've got probably like another 10 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, if you'd like.
Okay, that's
Awesome.
cool. Okay. Now, I don't know if everybody knows that I was married to Philadelphia legend Bootsy Barnes, and we lost him to COVID this year. And Boot was a great guy. I mean, he really was. I've written some haiku for him as well, but I've written so many poems for him. We call him the Bop. But this poem, this haiku, nobody like Boot. The sound of the saxophone makes my poor heart ache. Nobody like Boot. The sound of the saxophone makes my poor heart ache. The island of St. Croix is somewhere that he and I would go to quite often. And so the Isle of St. Croix, just off the Caribbean, soft, sweet serenades. The Isle of St. Croix, just off the Caribbean, soft, sweet serenades. Married to music, the demonstrative bebop, my sweet tenor man. Married to music, the demonstrative bebop, my sweet tenor man. I will always hear just as long as I have ears. Your sweet melody I will always hear as long as I have ears. Your sweet melody. I could never get around the music, never wanted to. But there is a poem that is so precious to me because it combines African American history to the music. It connects the music to the history all the way back. And it's called God, Let Us Call It Jazz. While the rhythmic drums of the Congo were still fresh in his tortured mind, his precious freedom and African breezes left so very far behind. A Black man caught hold of the moment and hid it away in his heart, knowing that someday in years to come, life would offer his seed a new start. Often wild tears would try to fall, but he would catch them in his hand and then rub them deep inside his soul, a wise and patient man. He secretly wrote his sorrow in a silent song that he'd never get to sing. And all the joy he'd never see was somewhere deep inside of him. Yes, he wrote his sorrow in a silent song that he'd never get to play. And all the joy he never felt is somewhere deep inside us today. Here in this strange new land, where his captors celebrated pain, he hid his rage behind a smile, and a docile servant he became. Lord, how he'd bow and scrape, laugh and grin and shuck and jive, doing everything he had to do to keep the next generation alive. And he'd even sing those old darky songs to help ease old master's fear, singing, "Steal away home to Jesus," while planning to steal far away from there. And he secretly wrote his sorrow in a silent song that he'd never get to sing. And all the joy he never felt was somewhere deep inside of him. Yes, he wrote his sorrow in a silent song that he'd never get to play. And all the joy he never felt is somewhere deep inside us today. And what about his Black woman toiling just as hard night and day? Didn't she know he bore her grief and wished her wretched woes away? Sometimes he'd hear her moaning, a strange and meaningless melody, and realize that she too felt the same, that her spirit longed to be free. But he couldn't even hold her or show sweet love to ease her misery. For old master would surely sell her away, and without each other, what would this hell be? So he secretly wrote her sorrow in a silent song that she'd never get to sing, and all the joy she'd never felt was somewhere deep inside of him. Yes, he wrote her sorrow in a silent song that she'd never get to play, and all the joy she never felt is somewhere deep inside us today. So today we honor our ancestors for their silent song, their love and trust. Our creativity is our humanity, and so our music does what it must. Lord, today we treasure our ancestors. Their gift of music still comforts and heals, just as our merciful and wonderful God gives us the gift that his word reveals. And what do we call these silent songs that articulate our lives with such pizzazz? Lord, child, we call all our music marvelous, but this, God, let us call it jazz. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Are you? Is that it?
It can be.
You're at 20, you're at 20 minutes. If you have one more short poem, you can do that.
That would be great.
Okay.
That would be great. And since I've been in a music mode, I'd like to do a poem for Billie Holiday. There's one important thing that so many people don't know, that Billie Holiday was a civil rights advocate. She fought through her heart and her song. So this is entitled No Explanation Necessary. And I wrote it to the changes to Hush, Don't Explain. Hush, in remembrance of Miss Billie Holiday. True, she lived life as she saw fit. Born into a blue-black world of bigotry, she tried to sing some sense into it. So often Miss Billie took the stage with that mystic look upon her face, her silent sorrow seeping out of her song, taking us to her melancholy place. They say that when things got real low, that Miss Billie got a little high. And after listening to Strange Fruit, there's no need to wonder why. The world was much more wicked then, and for a sad songbird, no treat. A woman whose own bittersweet blues probably remained hidden beneath the soles of her shoes. Still, she stepped on without missing a beat. Billie's Strange Fruit defined the times of a wounded people in need of song. Her lyrics helped to move a nation forward because her love was also our own. No need to explain, Miss Billie Holiday, because even today we still feel your pain. No explanation necessary. The world will forever remember your name. Thank you.
All right. All right. I'm about to unmute everyone, and I want to hear everybody clap, snap, hoot, and holler for Sandra Turner-Barnes, because that was a fantastic reading. And I want to hear everybody. Everyone. I'm unmuting everybody. Let's hear it for Sandra Turner-Barnes. Please. Everybody.
Woo, yeah. Come on.
Let's hear it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Magnificent. Magnificent.
Yeah,
That was
fantastic.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Hey.
my fingers.
That was jazz-alicious.
All right, I'm muting everybody again. Everybody except for Lenard Moore. All right, let me unmute you, Lenard. Or you can unmute yourself.
There we go.
There we go. All right. I'm gonna read your abridged biography, and then you want to get started.
Okay.
Fantastic. Lenard Dwayne Moore, born February 13th, 1958 in Jacksonville, North Carolina. He is a writer of more than 20 forms of poetry, drama, essays, and literary criticism, and has been writing and publishing haiku for more than
39 years.
39 years now?
Yeah, this month makes 39.
That's fantastic. In 2008, Moore became the first Southerner and first African American to be elected as president of the Haiku Society of America. He is executive chairman of the North Carolina Haiku Society, founder and executive director of the Carolina African American Writers Collective, and co-founder of Washington Street Writers Group. He has won the Sam Reagan Fine Arts Award for his contribution to the fine arts of North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. You know, even though Sandra and I didn't do that duel or you know, that back and forth, I will have some poems that will answer her or be in conversation with hers. I heard Coltrane. I heard Nina Simone. I heard Billie Holiday. I see what I can do. I'm going to start with my haiku sequence from All the Songs We Sang. This is the new anthology which I edited from Blair. So it came out in 2020. All the Songs We Sang. It is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Carolina African American Writers Collective. So I will read my haiku sequence. For Sonia Sanchez. Your whole notes wake the dormant trees, the wind's breath, drums thump, pulsing of the heart song, the opening sky. Jazz and haiku shake loose my skin, a dusting of pollen, insistent running of the long river. You're a cappella, my black hands cupping the sunlight. Jacuzzi bubbles, orange lilies bow. Your noontime strut up the sidewalk. Rain long gone, I recite the syllables of your language. Evening walk, I catch your riff in my voice. And Shake Loose My Skin is the title of Sonia Sanchez's poetry book. So I incorporated that line into the poem. So now I think I will read some haiku from One Window's Light. This is another anthology that I edited, came out in 2017. In 2018, it won the Haiku Society of America's Mildred Canterman Merit Book Award for the best anthology published in 2017. So first prize for that. So this too has 5 members of the Carolina African American Writers Collective. So I guess it's the first anthology of African American haiku. So I will skip around. First summer rain. The bride and groom pause in their dance. Snow flurries. The whiteness of my beard in the barber's mirror. Hometown departure. A whiff of the hog lagoon in the night. Upturned cicada. We read slave narratives row by row. Easter sermon. One ceiling fan faster than the other. So that's all I'll read from this book. What I like to do is give you an appetizer and hopefully you will purchase the book. So Unicorn Press published this book, One Window's Light, a collection of haiku. So I want to read at least one or two poems from this. This entire book is one poem, and it consists of about 105 haiku. So it's a haiku sequence. Desert Storm, A Brief History, which was published in 1993. So I'm not going to read a whole lot of them. I'm going to, as I say, try to give you an appetizer. The rain-wet GI who refused to go to the Gulf. His handcuffs glisten. A black soldier breathing into a saxophone. Hot desert wind. Midday heat. Soldiers on both sides roll up their sleeves. And I think I read this poem, but this poem has this haiku has a long story. And there was a weekend when I had gone home. I was the only one of my brothers and sisters who were home with my parents that weekend. And the phone rang about 3 o'clock in the morning. That was just before Desert Storm kicked off. And so my mother ran back to my room all the way to the other side of the house and asked me to answer the phone. When I answered, it was my brother who fought in artillery in Desert Storm. And my father, who went to Vietnam twice, I heard him telling my brother, stay down, don't run, and all of that. A lot of things. So that's just a little bit of the background. Here's the poem. 3 a.m., brother's voice on the phone in a different tone. That's all I read from that one. I thought I needed to give you a little bit of background. And from my first book of haiku, which was published in 1985, The Open Eye, and then it was reprinted in 2015 in the 30th anniversary edition. So I'm going to read, I chose too many in the first edition, so I'm going to read from the 30th anniversary because I only chose a few poems so that it would be the appetizer. I don't want to read too many of them. In the moonlit breeze, slowly falling one by one, white dogwood petals. Long after sundown, the sound of ripe plums plumping the ground. Farther and farther into the mountain trail, autumn dusk deepens. I'll read one more. A black woman breastfeeding her infant, the autumn moon. Now I want to switch to my book, Forever Home, which was published in 1985. So this book is about family, farming, and all that. I did some years of farm work when I was growing up. That's all I say. So I'm just going to read the poem, one of the poems from Forever Home, which was published in 1985. I'm going to read the first poem in the book, The Home Place. When I walk the path this morning, there is a slight light in the thin woods. I come upon a creek near a tin roof house, and there is no one anywhere to witness my presence. Meanwhile, the wind rises through the branches, but soon reaches groundfall. A faint smell of honeysuckle sustains itself on the air, while quail roll the slope weeds. My eyes will not let go. Now I think of my great-grandfather, who one time walked these woods through daylight. This is the country he knew since boyhood, and I am grateful for this home place. Here I too wish to grow old, and stand without words in this part of the world so lively and pure. I can hear a dog barking somewhere in the far distance, here where the voices of former life do not speak, their spirits huddling into themselves. A brotherhood of saints, we are this fresh green world which cradles everything into itself. Now, Sandra, to be in conversation with some of your poems, I'm going to switch to my other new book that was published in 2020 by the same publisher, Blair, the Geography of Jazz. So here we go. The first poem in this book, too, I'm going to read it. Swinging cool. The bass hugs the bass, plunks it. Ting, boom, ting, boom. The drummer beats and booms. Saxophonist weaves notes, oscillates, blows, and the piano finger dances on the keys, swinging at the haven. Musicians spark the sheet music stands and angled microphones. Blue backdrop modulating that tempo. They work the tune. Drumsticks knocking time. Piano plucking ears. Bassman still hugging the bass. Straight sets. Walls thrumming. Steady as the spring moon. Inciting the indigo sky. American Jazz Coup, 96th Street Library, New York City. We sit in a hush so deafening it tingles my ears for what we burst into talk, into poems. Raleigh Jazz Festival 1986. It really was Art Exposure, which is an annual festival here in the city. But instead of using Art Exposure, I thought Jazz Festival would work better. And then in 1986, poets were part of that festival. So that's what the poem came out of. I guess I'm probably telling my age, but here's the poem. Raleigh Jazz Festival, 1986. On the Fayetteville Street Mall, a lean man bobs his head. His sax shines, polished copper in a sunbeam. Rhythm, a splendid rising, echoing against concrete. The trumpeter inches across the homemade platform. His angled jaw swerves and slacks. His notes perfect geometry for dancing. People snap their fingers. They are bass line vibrating autumn. Pigeons peck peanuts, drum beats on the sidewalk. The musicians blast into sky. Ripple red leaves loose from a stand of trees. Glow in the sunset. Play vamps as earthlings will do. And then I'm going to read this blues poem, then I'll switch back to some haiku. I just like to do a range of things that have a little music in it or rhythm. And, you know, I try to paint pictures with my poetry too. So that imagery and specificity. So this one is titled, A Black Man Tells His Son the Whole Story. I never had the chance to stay in school. My daddy said work and his word was rule. This story I tell wherever I go. No one denies the truth about my hands that work the fields, the roads, the shoe shine stands. This story I tell wherever I go. For 50 years I sweat my dues, wept salt liquor from the blues. This story I tell wherever I go. Lord knows it's so hard living like a hound. I pray alone, my bony knees strike ground. This story I tell wherever I go. I cannot call back how my words flew out. Spill the gritty troubles without a doubt. This story I tell wherever I go. I want my story told after I die. How I pulled peanuts in the fields to dry. This story I tell wherever I go. Like the rising winds, our names must blow. This story I tell wherever I go. This story I tell wherever I go. Take two. Never had a chance to learn in school. Say I never had no chance to stay in school. Daddy said work, he made the golden rule. This story I tell wherever I go. No one denies the truth about my hands. Say no one denies the truth about my hands. This story I tell wherever I go. For 50 years I sweated my dues. Say for 50 years I sweated my dues and wept salt, scrape iron from weary blues. This story I tell wherever I go. Lord knows it's so hard living like a hound. Say, Lord knows it's so hard living like a hound. I pray along my bony knees strike ground. This story I tell wherever I go. I can't recall how my words flew out. Can't just call back how my words flew out. Spilling gritty troubles, no doubt. This story I tell wherever I go. I want my story told after I die. Say I want my story told after I die. How I pulled peanuts in the field to dry. This story I tell wherever I go. Like the rising winds, our names must grow. Say like the rising winds, our names must grow. This story I tell wherever I go. This story I tell wherever I go.
Thank you.
What is the time like?
Lenard, you got a few more minutes.
Oh, okay. All right, back to some haiku. Do we have enough time for questions? I'm willing to not read anymore, to have questions to end on that poem, but maybe I do one more haiku so we'll have time.
If you want, so it's
Or
7:54.
two more.
It's 7:54 right now. 8 p.m. is your time limit.
What is?
8 p.m. So it's 7:54 right now.
Okay, I got you. Let me find some haiku. I try to stick with some of the things that Sandra read about. I heard Coltrane, so here's a haiku.
Okay.
Quiet rain, a Coltrane tune I know on the radio.
Mm.
Spring moonrise, behind the blues singer, cymbals trembling. I have lots of music poems, but there are different things I want to read. I want to read a poem that was published way back in the 1980s, but this is a haiku sequence. It's titled Vietnam.
Mm.
Bamboo bridge, swaying under the weight of soldiers crossing. Beyond the foxhole, shimmering in the heat waves, a steeled bulldozer. Jungle clearing, camouflage green faces through the barbed wires. Snakes' skins glint beside a blasted palm tree, the stench of rot. Helicopters lift into smoking Saigon skies, blaze flashing sun rays. Jungle markland, a graveyard of soldiers left behind. By a gutted hut, shadows move in vague silence through jungle growth. First fireflies rising over the paddies and one final glare. I think I'll read one more poem. I don't want to end on a sad note. Let me find one more poem. Find a haiku from the open eye. I'll read two haiku and I end there. The tapping of the coppersmith, snowflakes. Which way to go? The eastward trail, snow. The westward trail, snow. Thank you.
Thank you. How do we get your books?
Hey, you could order all the songs we sing from Blair. If you go to www.blairpub.com. The website should go up and then click on books. You will see all the songs we sang, and if you scroll down further, you also will see the geography of jazz.
Lenard, we can try to post those on our website too so people can follow.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, we try with our speakers to put their books and links into our store as often as we can.
Thanks for inviting me too, Robin and Henry.
You're welcome there, Lenard.
Everybody, I want everybody to give it up for Lenard. Everybody give it up for Lenard. I want to hear some clapping.
Thank you. Hey, Bailey, how are you? I see you.
I want to hear some clapping and snapping.
All right.
Hey, Sue.
All right.
Enjoyed that.
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute you all now.
We need a social hour after this one.
Okay. All right. That was awesome. Okay. So, Lenard and Sandra Turner-Barnes. Lenard Moore and Sandra Turner-Barnes. Fantastic. Okay. Now we're going to do the open mic portion. It's very hard to follow that up. So I feel bad for the first person reading. But I'm sure that they've got some good poetry in them. Let me see. Is Karen Harvey here? I've got a list in front of me of people who agreed to sign up to the open mic. I'm not seeing a Karen Harvey. All right. Then Mark Coverdale. I know I saw him earlier. He's still here.
Yep, he's here.
I'm asking you to unmute Mark. If you'd like to share some haiku with us, you got a 5-minute time limit.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm trying to keep the volume down because I'm in the UK. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Well, thanks for joining us, Mark.
No, thank you.
Go ahead. You got 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to take the headphones off because it's a bit weird. Oh, that's better, I think. Okay. I'll do a couple of Brexit poems first. That's a thing. Okay. Fish breathe, first month rivers wider, not knowing coming or going. Okay. This is one about, there's a clamour for a sort of wartime people, because no one's coming here to pick our fruit, we should all do it ourselves. Pick for Britain. Britain picked. Now look at it. That's that one. Okay, I'll just do 3 more. And I was listening to a talk today about the genocide in Bosnia, so I'm going to do some poems about Bosnia because it's a bit of a pet subject of mine. This one's more of a senrai, really, but at the edge, they stood position, workplace neighbours with guns, bury those with none. This is a bit of Bosnian, what's the word? Sense of humour, I suppose. 2 donkeys in a field will eat all the grass. With plenty of donkeys running out of grass. Okay, and I'll finish with this one, a little one about climate change. A bit of British colloquialism, I suppose. There's a reference to snow, if you don't get it. The hamsters drop their dandruffed June, then march back on the wheel. Thank you, that's me done. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for joining us at 1 a.m. in quarantine in the UK. Where in the UK are you at?
I'm in London.
You're in London? Which part of London are you at?
North London, Camden town.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for joining us at such a late hour. It's fantastic.
No, cheers for having us.
Cheers, yeah. Our next poet is from Canada. I believe he's in Toronto. Rami Obeid. You still with us, Rami?
I'm here.
My old buddy that I've known, never met in real life, but
for like almost a year now, I think.
yeah. How's it going, Rami?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Lenard and Sandra, that was such a treat for me to listen to. I'm a big fan of haiku and jazz, so that was beautiful for me to listen to. Thank you so much. So yeah, I have 2 haiku that I'm going to read. The first one I wrote. The second one I'm going to be reading it for. It's a haiku by Nick Virgilio. So the first one. Nest of eggs. A dark wind blows, and the nest falls. Nest of eggs. A dark wind blows, and the nest falls. So this is going to be my favorite Nick Virgilio haiku from this book. So here it is. New Year's Eve. Payphone receiver dangling. New Year's Eve. Payphone receiver dangling. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Rami. Thank you so much. I promised Rami that I would give him a tour of Camden, of Harley Cemetery. I would show him Walt Whitman's tomb and Nick Virgilio's lectern grave.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll make that trip one day.
One day, maybe, hopefully later this year or maybe next year.
Hopefully soon.
You can crash on my plate.
Of course. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So Rami, our next open mic poet that's signed up is Celestine Davis. I don't see her in the participants here. She might not be here unless she's under a different name. If not, our next poet is Emiko Miyashita. Do we have Emiko here?
Hi. Yes. Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning from Japan, Tokyo.
Hajimemashito, boku wa Sean desu.
Hajimemashite, Miyashita desu.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, Leonard had kindly invited me to join you, and I was just thinking that I might, because this is a quite early hour for me to start. So excuse me that my hair is still wet. I haven't dried it fully yet. So today I would like to read from, this is a little triplet that I read for I read for the German Haiku Society's conference in Trabacha in May 2019. And here goes. My undyed hair among the classmates, snow-patched hometown. My undyed hair among the classmates, snow-patched hometown. Usually the Japanese women, as they grow their gray hair, they tend to, oops, where I am.
You look beautiful.
Where am I? Oh, sorry, I just clicked my computer. And so I am one of the very rare person who has my hair natural, in a natural way. So next one, Cherry Blossom Chill, elderly discount service, slips my mind. Cherry Blossom Chill, elderly discount service, slips my mind. I have turned 60, blah, 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 last year, so that our government assures that I am an aged woman. And now I've got pension from the country, so it's good. White bait glisten, plastic waste drifting into the night. White bait glisten, plastic waste drifting into the night. Oops. The first swallow against the sparkling sea, new imperial eller name. The first swallow against the sparkling sea, new imperial eller name. The Japan has its new imperial eller from April 1st, 2019, and because Japan, as you know, is an island. We are all surrounded by sea. So the sparkling sea was something that I saw at the turning of the new era. My granddaughter in her lioness lumpus, windy weeping willows. My granddaughter in her lioness lumpus, windy weeping willows. Waka is my 5-year-old granddaughter, and this poem was made when she was like a two or three. Lumpus is the gear that the babies wear from top to bottom, and hers was had a lion's furs with a tail, and what she did was to lure in that little lioness lumpers, like, Grandma, I need ice cream. Well, but in infant's language. So it went like, wah, wah, wah. And the weeping willow. It was very, very, I felt like her lure was moving the willow twigs, branches, weeping branches. I rinse the leaves, the leftovers of green caterpillars. I rinse the leaves, the leftovers of green caterpillars. The organic vegetables usually are very racy or has got lots of holes and sometimes little caterpillars. But I cannot afford to buy everything that I eat from the organic garden. But once in a while, I feel like eating something really good for my body. And this poem became my featured poem for the reading that I joined in New Delhi in India in 2019. It was a poetry reading gathering the Asian poets from like a 25 poets came from 15 different countries all over Asia, and we read in our own languages and with a translation of Hindi and English. So when you get somebody read in their own language, like Indonesia, and then gets a Hindi translation, you get no clue what the poem was. But but that was a very nice reading. Autumn rainbow, he's busy watching an in-flight movie. Autumn rainbow, he's busy watching an in-flight movie. This is how me and my husband travel in the airplane. We never converse in this. Autumn dusk, an old couple waves goodbye at the opposite bench. Autumn dusk, an old couple waves goodbye at the opposite bench. This was something that I witnessed in Budapest. It was getting dark, and along the street, there are the lines of benches, and just across my bench there were an old couple, and they were waving to us when they left the scene. And I thought we never conversed, but I really liked the warm feeling that I got, because I'm a stranger in the city and they seem to be the local people, and I felt like I was really welcome to the city. So Budapest is one of my favorite cities in the world. An apple I slice into paper-thin crescent, granddaughters on tiptoe. An apple I slice into paper-thin crescent, granddaughters on tiptoes. Because they can't crunch the hard apples, so I slice them into a very, very thin paper-like apple, and they can't wait, so they stand on tiptoe, and as I peel and slice it, they're just here, and I just love them. I've got 3 little granddaughters, 6 years old, 5 years old, and 3-year-old. Winter rain, dog-eared all over the mail order catalog. Winter rain, dog-eared all over the mail order catalog. Because we are to stay home, so mail order has become, or actually not mail order, it's the computer order, has become my lifestyle, I think. A distant call from mother, the same hot water bottle she keeps for herself. A distant call from my mother, the same hot bottle of water she keeps for herself. My mother is 95 years old, and she's been writing haiku for like 75 years now. And the water bottle I'm using was a gift from my mother. So she bought 2, the same water bottle, 2 of them, and she gave one for me. She lives in Fukushima. Fukushima is very famous for its nuclear breakdown. But she is still fine, and she wishes you all good and encourages you to stay on the haiku path. She said that the secret of longevity and the clear thinking brain is because she's writing haiku every day.
Wow. Thank you so much. Amiko-san. Amiko-san, what time is it in Japan right now where you are?
It's 10:14 in the morning.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Ohayo gozaimasu, but I'm already on January 15th. So
Ohio.
I mean tomorrow.
Emiko, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Domo arigato onegai shimasu.
Excellent.
Do I have time for 2 more? Okay.
We're so happy to have you.
Oh, just one. The last one.
One more? Okay.
Yeah. Knitting odds and ends into a pair of anklets. African drum in my ear. Knitting odds and ends into a pair of anklets. African drum in my ear. I lived in Ghana for 2 years a
Wow.
long time ago, and I used to hear they have the drum holding here,
Yes.
and with the stick they go like this and made their tunes, and that was really like a kind of thing. But so sometimes that tune comes back to me, like when I'm knitting things, like a. So this is the end of
Excellent.
my reading. Thank you so much. Arigato.
Arigato, Amiko-san.
Thank you.
Arigato. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was
What a
fantastic.
treat.
I love
Beautiful,
it. I love it.
beautiful.
From the
Wow, that was excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Really excellent. And you
From-
invited me to an international haiku.
Oh, for
reading.
sure. We got that
Oh,
first.
fabulous.
We got North London, we got United Kingdom, then we got Toronto, Canada, and then we got Japan.
Thanks
Incredible.
for joining us, Emiko.
What?
Thanks for joining us
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
and for gracing us with your grand haiku.
Yes.
We still have more people for the open mic, though. All right. I mean, Amiko-san was fantastic, but we still have some more poets. The next poet I know very well. He's my mentor, Lamont Steptoe. If he's still with us,
Good.
Lamont Steptoe. If he's still on the line.
Oh, wow. He's a great haiku poet
He
Yes.
is a
and
great
free verse poet.
Prolific.
Yes, yes.
Lamont,
I
see
see
that you're
Lamont
still
on the
here,
screen.
Lamont.
He's riding the train.
Speak out his books, Whirlwind
Oh,
Press.
he's on the train right now. So here we go.
You got him.
You got him?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Lamont.
Hi.
Okay.
If you want to share
can I
5 minutes of your genius with us,
Can I see myself when I'm reading?
We can see the top of the train. We don't see your face.
I don't understand.
It's eerie, but it's a picture of the train. It's not you.
It's okay. Whatever works for you, Lamont.
Oh, okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to begin. This is a Vietnam-inspired haiku.
Okay.
Sunset behind razor wire. Beautiful danger. Sunset behind razor wire. Beautiful danger. The next poem is also related to Vietnam. This is my first Zoom reading ever reading on a train. I'm crossing America right now. When Viet Cong were thrown from United States military helicopters to plunge more than 1,000 feet into rice paddies or hillsides, what was their last emotion? Was it terror? Was it bliss going to meet Buddha? When their bodies collided with earth, they burst into flowers.
Wow.
This next haiku is sunflowers, the open mouth of God, yellow essay. Sunflowers, the open mouth of God, yellow essay.
Beautiful.
And I wanted to read a poem about Amiri Baraka. I can't hear jazz without remembering Amiri Baraka, professor, poet, essayist, playwright, critic, hipster of the night, shamanic villain of the academy. Don't make me come after you in your dreams. Cartoonist, enfant terrible of literature, unofficial noble laureate of the black folk tradition, a gangster of periods and commas who mobbed language in the drive-bys of truth. Fire, his calling card. Genius of innuendo and humor. Troublemaking signifier. Du Boisian dreamer of righteous revolutions, anointed by the ancestors to burn down the world. Let's see. Just one more. Again, Lenard, it's really wonderful to connect with you again. The last time I saw you, we were in Virginia at the Furious Flower Conference.
Likewise, Lamont. Great to see you again here and to read with you.
Yeah, I'll be 72 in second week of February. I'm still
happy birthday. My birthday is the next week after yours.
Oh, okay. I've been working on this. I have a new book coming out. It's called Woke, W-O-K-E exclamation point. And it's dedicated to George Floyd, Eric Gardner, Elijah McCain, and Breonna Taylor. But some of what's going to be in that book, when I was a child, the old folks would say, I'll smack you into the middle of next week. And so I've been amplifying that. I'll smack you into the middle of next week. What did they know about time travel? I'll smack you so hard you'll end up in the audience to witness the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
I'll smack you so hard you'll be so far deep in the cosmos you'll need a starship to get back. So I've been amplifying some of those things that I grew up with. I'll end with this poem. This is also in Woke. As a black writer, did you poison the well? Did you set fire to the plantation? Did you burn up the sugar cane? Did you come out of the darkness with torches and machetes in the middle of the night? Did you take an oath to be a Maroon? Did you bathe yourself in the blood of your enemy? Did you fly a flag of vengeance against your foe? Thank you.
Thank you, Lamont Steptoe. Living legend, everyone, Lamont Steptoe.
Yes, he is.
A quick anecdote. I met Lamont, I believe, in 2012. I was a barista at Starbucks at Barnes & Noble in Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And that's how I met Lamont. Lamont invited me to, I believe Amiri Baraka died on January 9th, 2014.
Yes.
Is when Amiri Baraka passed away.
He died January 9th, 2014. He died on my daughter's birthday.
January 9th, 2014. Lamont asked me to be his +1. Amiri Baraka invited Lamont to a party, a soiree at his house. And I couldn't go because I had to work. And it's the biggest regret in my entire life that I was like, no, I'll go to work at my barista shift, you know. But no, I could have gone. I could have met Amiri Baraka with Lamont, but no, I chose to work instead, and I wish I didn't. I wish I went with Lamont.
Sandra Barnes was there.
Yeah.
And my late brother. I just buried my baby brother in December, and so my brother was there, Sandra was there, and I was there, and Teddy Harris was there. And that's the last time we saw Amiri in life.
Yeah.
Amiri Baraka. Yeah, rest in peace.
And he was wonderful that night, wasn't he?
Yep.
I tell you, he was on fire.
All right, Lamont. Yeah. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next open mic poet. The next open mic poet is Patricia Poetricia Middleton. Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
One of my poets, yeah.
You have 5 minutes to read.
Oh, I won't take that long, but thank you. I want to start with a haiku sequence. It's non-traditional haiku, but I'm just going to read them all one after another because it's kind of like just my thoughts and feelings over the last week. It's untitled. Capital earthquake. Screaming. I hear screaming from my screen, but I'm screaming too. Capital earthquake. I hear screaming from my screen, but I'm screaming too. Already frozen from 9 months of COVID fear, now the Capitol. Already frozen from 9 months of COVID fear, now the Capitol. My grandchildren will ask me about today. I'll cry in reply. My grandchildren will ask me about today. I'll cry in reply. Whatever our sides, we are all crying inside. Why can't we start there? Whatever our sides, we are all crying inside. Why can't we start there? And the last piece for this part is untitled. It's not a haiku, it's just a poem. November is over, so is last week. Only hope and pain remain. I choose hope. November is over, last week is too. Only hope and pain remain. I choose hope. And I'll just read a poem from my upcoming book, More Ink for the Pen, coming out in April in celebration of National Poetry Month. And I should have had the page that I was going to read from already. I'm sorry, just a moment.
You are doing perfect. Fine.
Oh, here it is. This poem was inspired by, let me read this. Every May, the Markium, which is a small art gallery in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, they hold an exhibition entitled Power of the Flower. In 2014, local poets, including myself, were invited to come and view the exhibition and pick a portrait and write a piece about it. I chose Cho-Cho-San by Rick Viola.
Oh.
I don't have the ability to share, but it's a beautiful portrait of a butterfly.
That was one of my artists.
Cho-Cho-San by Rick Viola from Cherry Hill. And here's the poem. And this is the last one I'll read. It's called Cho-Cho-San, Madam Butterfly. Or you cannot paint this poem by numbers. You stand admiring me in all of my beauty. You ooh and you ah at my colors and the expanse of my wings. Your smile and your eyes faithfully and playfully follow me in flight. You carve images of my likeness in metal and clay, on canvas and paper, and yet you haven't scratched the surface of my real beauty. My true identity lies in my beginning, and you were not there when I was first hatched in an ugly brown crusty shell, hanging on for dear life from a random branch on a tree somewhere, from the egg to the shell to the form-changing metamorphosis that made me who I am today. You would not ooh and you would not ah if you were there from my beginning, which is why I find your awe of my current state so ironic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia. All right.
So proud of you. I'm telling you. See you next week.
Thank you, Sandra, who's my mentor. I love her so much. And I've enjoyed everyone here. Thank you for the invitation and opportunity.
It was great.
Nick, thank you.
Thank you. Our next poet is Deborah Kalogi. Deborah Kalogi. Deborah. I see an Yvette Kalogi here. No? Okay. All right. We'll move on to the next poet. Candida Rodriguez.
Dave is there. she's just muting herself.
That's okay.
Yeah, Deb is
signed
here
up for Mike.
somewhere. She is still here.
Debbie is here. She just was having trouble, I think, speaking.
Deb, you want to try to unmute again?
I've asked her to unmute. I'm not getting a response.
Oh, you asked me to unmute. Deborah is elsewhere.
Deborah? That's okay. If we can go back to her at the end if you know, if she can't join us this very second, we can go back to her. But we've got Candida Rodriguez, I know is here. If you want to read some haiku, Candida.
Hi, Sean. I don't write haiku.
That's okay. You got 5 minutes to read if you want to read. We got another Camden resident here, Candida Rodriguez.
I didn't realize I signed up for the mic. Sorry, wasn't that prepared.
Well, if you you can read some poems if you'd like.
I will. Thank you. I'll read this poem. It's called Errant Words. Where do my words go that I cannot find them? Are they sprung from the follicles on my head like my wiry hair? Did they too turn white and brittle, falling out of usefulness? Or did they become too weak and thin to cover me in splendor as they once did in my youth? Where do they hide that by omission they lay waste to my thoughts, and like children at play taunt me by day as I seek to find them? By night they haunt me with their ghosts. Have my words been lost to youth's splendor and now lay wasted between the folds of sagging skin, weathered by time and idleness? Or have they been lost in the drying marrow of bone which holds its structure? Where are they that they hold their silence, this thundering reckoning felt above the follicles of my hair and beneath the bones of my feet? Do they lie fallow among the spent hills and valleys of a life filled with yearnings of bygone dreams, or could have been pent-up greatness, yet failing and failing? Do they, by virtue of their fickleness, burn so bright so soon that they fizzled out of existence only to leave behind mere traces of ash and dust? Do they flow free and unbitten through vein and artery in an endless loop from heart to tongue, and soon there find the world too hideous and self-destruct? Or do they lay dormant in the gray and there die a slow and torturous death? Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Candida. Thank you so much. Camden poet Candida is going to lead one of our Ginkgo project poetry readings in the spring or summer. So there'll be more information about that. Our next open mic poet is Nicole Sonsini. Is Nicole still with us?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm coming from the far off land of South Philly.
So am I.
It's good to see all of you. It's my first time here. This is so exciting.
Welcome.
Thank you. I also didn't write haiku. I have some teeny tiny poems though. Am I on a naughty list or something?
You're good.
I hope so. Okay. A tiny story to go with my tiny poem. So during quarantine, like everyone, it's like, what hobby can I do next? So I just got to doing like little collage poems on playing cards. And like, I just have like tons of them. So I'm just gonna read 4 of them. They're short. Okay. Let's see. Your skin, the tender parchment upon which I run my hands. You are fine art, baby. Old country music on the tape player, a huntsman's luck. And tonight I am not enough. that one. Okay, poem 2. She keeps her stockings on, wet from the rain. My camera, a voyeur, cunning in a deep corner of her studio apartment. Ween plays and we dance in the bosom of the night. Poem 2. Okay. I put on a show for you in my poetry. Look at me, big talk with exclamation points. I didn't yield to this need, but I wanted to. And my final little collage, found poetry. My tender flesh inscribed by the god of his fingers. He smiled every time our eyes met. I stood still listening to my heartbeat. Even a murderer can have beautiful hands. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Do we have Linda Rush Myers here? I don't see her in the participants. If not, I know Yvette Nicole Kolaji is here.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. So I'll just go into my haiku. Red tide, his excuse for all my anger. Civil unrest, the United States unmasked. His promised return, paper airplane. American flag, the stripes fly separately. Vanity mirror, his interpretation of my poem. Red and blue, the country bruised. Battling elk, my elbow claims the armrest. And then I'm going to read one that's going to be in the next Heron's Nest. Ides of March, my absentee father calls to talk. And then my next one is going to be in the next FemCu. Rare steak, his interrogation of my boyfriend. And then my final one will be my excuse for the distance, COVID-19. Thank you for letting me do this open mic.
Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Oh, that was wonderful, Yvette.
Do you have anybody else who wants
Wow,
to?
Yvette, excellent reading.
Anybody else wants to read a haiku?
I see that Deb Kaloji is back.
We'll see if we can get her.
Deb, you're still on mute, I think. I can see her speaking, but I can't hear.
We're not hearing her. Is there anybody else who hasn't read yet that would like to read a haiku?
I can share a couple. This is Raquel Bailey.
Hi, Raquel.
Hi.
Raquel, how are you?
Doing wonderful.
Good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you all.
I'm waiting for those great haiku.
We are.
Okay. One of my favorites that I wrote many years ago. It's Open Casket, the kiss that used to wake you. And here's another one. Twilight shimmers through half-eaten leaves.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Yeah.
I can share one more.
Wow, very memorable.
One more. Go ahead.
Hang on just a second.
Okay.
This one was the cover of Mayfly magazine.
Wow.
Midnight snack. Old kitchen blinds slice the glow of the moon.
Whoa, wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you so much. I got a message from Val that Val would like to read. Val, are you with us? Would you like to read?
I am with you. Absolutely. That was really nice. Was that Reed?
Love both of
Oh,
y'all.
that's North Carolina Val. All right.
Born and raised in West Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this has been wonderful. I wrote some new haiku today that I wanted to share. Migration, bare trees instantly fills with tired birds. Migration, bare trees instantly fills with tired birds. House for sale. In the window, mom's hand-sewn curtains. House for sale. In the window, mom's hand-sewn curtains. Family tree, linking leaves to branches, grandmom's Bible. Family tree, linking leaves to branches, grandmom's Bible. And I would just like to give a little explanation. Back in the slave times, a lot of times they wrote a lot of the family lineage in the family Bible.
Yep, of course, yes.
It's the only way you know about your past is through grandmom's Bible. So I thought that was.
Hey, you're cooking there, Val, the great haiku.
And I got one last one. I'm going to dedicate this to my new friend. Let me make sure I get her name right. The sassy one. Was it Nicole? Okay, I forget. But it's called, I'm sorry, it starts Steel Flowers, STEEL flowers. Honeybees still buzz by to pollinate. Still flowers. Honeybees still buzz by to pollinate.
Okay.
Right.
Wow, you have pollinated some palms there.
That's right. She did. We're going to try to get Deborah back on. Deborah, are you with us?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yay. Okay, so I'm using my phone for, I don't know what's wrong with my microphone. Okay. I just have a few haikus here that are all kind of, with the separation between us through this COVID world we live in. Alone, a great blue heron fills up the sky. Alone.
Wow.
A great blue heron fills up the sky.
Wow.
City lights from separate hilltops, you and I. City lights from separate hilltops, you and I.
Wow.
Zoom party. Guests arrive half dressed.
Wow.
Zoom party. Guests arrive half dressed. Text messages between strangers. Instacart. Text messages between strangers. Instacart. What comes after the semicolon? Rainy moon. What comes after the semicolon? Rainy moon. Winter grave. A handful of frozen carnations.
Wow.
Winter grave. A handful of frozen carnations. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sorry,
you so
I couldn't come up
much,
with
Deborah.
it.
Beautiful.
Wow, very good, Deborah.
I got you.
Very nice.
Fantastic. All right. That was a fantastic reading.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much to Sandra, Lenard, everybody who read in the open mic. This was really a wholesome, lovely poetry.
My
Thank
joy
you so
and
much.
pleasure.
From the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, I'm honored and humble.
We are too. And I just want to let everybody know that we have a publication. We've got an online poetry journal called Haiku in Action. It's published every week, 52 times a year on Thursdays. You submit your haiku. We'll publish it on our social media and on our website. And we've got amazing programs. We've got Monday night mindfulness workshops are free. We've got Art Unboxed. We've got like a little cooking show. We've got our YouTube channel where we show haiku stuff, workshops, and Art Unboxed. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's all keep in touch. And
Absolutely.
our next open mic will be in March. And let's all just like build this community. And it was wonderful having everyone. It was a fantastic time. Thank you so much.